Love to see all the new faces. Thank you.
All right, so we have a couple basic rules. Have fun. Be respectful. No serious heckling, light heckling, okay? Just don't go over the line. Save your questions for the end. This is lightning talk, so we're not going to have a long Q&A period. Mostly just like a question maybe while we're changing presenters. But otherwise you can corner people during the break or after this is all done and ask them questions. Get a drink from the bar. Blackheart lets us use this place for free. Big round of applause for Blackheart. Get a drink or food or non-alcoholic beverage, whatever your preference is. Tip your bartenders. And finally, this is a safe space, so nerd out.
Nerd out.
So tonight we've got 15 total presenters, which is unlike a normal night, but it also means that most of our presenters are taken tonight, which means we're going to need new ones next month and the month after that, so on and so forth. So if you are interested in presenting, normally you've got more than 5 minutes. Normally you've got 15 to 20 to tell us about what you're passionate about. But if you're interested in presenting in the future, here are some ways to get in touch with us. Email, talk, face-to-face, we're all right here. We've got a Facebook there, Nerd Nite TC, and I believe our September and October are already full, but we are looking for November and beyond.
Competition.
All right, so we have a special announcement tonight. You've been coming to Twin Cities Nerd Night here in St. Paul. There's a new event happening starting in September in Minneapolis. Being organized by, are they here? Okay. Being organized by some people, lovely people who are not here. So this is going to be at East Street. You can't quite see this, but Nerd Night, mpls.cardo.co. We'll also make some posts on our social and website. This is a new event. We're hoping to get them off to a nice strong start. See if we can support 2 different Nerd Night events.
Twice more nerdy. Twice nerdy.
Yeah, so we're the second Wednesday, and they're going to be the fourth Tuesday. So you got 2 chances, everyone, to nerd out with some excellent geeks like yourselves. But what are we doing next month? So next month is September. Like Jeremy said, we already have a full slate, including spinal anesthesia, amusement park law, and cheese. So, but we are still looking for people for the rest of the fall and the winter.
Cheese.
And keep the second Wednesday in October in your calendars. We're having a special Halloween-themed Nerd Night with 3 spooky presentations lined up. All right, so tonight's talk.
Talks, please. Tonight's talks. There's just too many of them to list. Keep going. There's more. That one. Also these. There's another. Yep. Okay.
Okay.
All right. There they are. It's going to be great. This is a special announcement for the presenters. You've got 5 minutes. There's a timer right here that is going to count down, so you can keep an eye on yourself.
What can you say?
Lindsay will try to keep track of the time as well. We'll be taking a break midway through. What else were we going to say?
Fast track.
Yeah. But if you are, this is an outdoor event, if you are a smoker, we'd appreciate if you take your vapes and cigarettes to the edge. There are some people who are sensitive to cigarette smoke, and for courtesy for them, if you would take that to the edge of the event. We welcome everyone here, but yeah. All right, so what's the order? We're about to find out.
Order. Oh, they have a new order.
It's gonna be like 5 minutes per talk.
So Nicholas will have something.
I don't think he cares. I don't think he likes hearing it.
All right, so welcome our first presenter, Emily. You will have, once you get started and he's ready, everything, you will have 5 minutes.
Hello, we're talking about something called Fibonacci sequence. Basically, it started with the person who lived a long time ago called someone, I think Fibonacci, so not sure where the it came from, but in about 800 years ago, he was like, what if we had rabbits who made more rabbits, and they also are immortal, and nothing can kill them ever. So basically the idea is that each month, everyone who wasn't born this month has exactly one rabbit baby, and so you have like, say, one rabbit, then one rabbit, then two rabbits, month three, and then three rabbits, then how many do you have the next month? Any guesses? Yes, 5, yeah. And you can see if you go on, you'll have a total of 21 rabbits in month 8, 144 after a year, you'll have about 45,000 after 2 years, you'll have about 5 times 10 to the 24th, that's a 25-digit number after 10 years, and also after 32 years you'll have more rabbits than atoms in the universe, so it's a very good thing that rabbits die in the real world. Yeah. And also this formula, basically if Fn is the Fibonacci number, then Fn equals F of n minus 1 plus F of n minus 2. So you can use this to calculate Fibonacci numbers up to however long you want to calculate them up to. People have figured them out for very high numbers because people are nerdy and weird like me. Okay, so next thing, so there actually are some cool patterns in the sequence. So first, which numbers are even? Any patterns observed here? Yes, even, basically every third number is even, and there are similar patterns. So what about numbers that are divisible by 3? Any patterns here for divisibility by 3? So you have 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, 34, 55, 19, 24. So basically happens every 4 numbers now, and similarly with divisibility by 5, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, 34, 55, 8, 9, 120, 44, 2, 3, 7, 6, 10, and so on, so on. So basically now you have a multiple of 5, every 5 Fibonacci numbers. So this is actually where it gets more interesting. There is actually a rule that in general, for each number, there's a cycle of like for divisibility. Basically, let's say that if say that if f of m is the least Fibonacci number is divisible by k, then in general fn is divisible by k if and only if n is divisible by m. So say for n equals 5, then the fifth Fibonacci number 5 is the first one divisible by 5, so that means that basically in general fn is going to be divisible by 5 if and only if n is divisible by 5. And you can even do this, say, for 7. So basically the 8th Fibonacci number 21, the first one divisible by 7. So in general, fn is divisible by 7 if and only if n is divisible by 8. And there actually is a pretty cool rule with addition. So for all prime numbers p except for 5, which is the weird one, either the p minus 1 or p plus 1 Fibonacci number is divisible by p. So next, the final slide. So we can actually do something really cool. So basically, f of 2n is always like divisible by f of n. So what do we divide f of 2n by f of n? To make it a new sequence, you can see this right over there. It goes 1, 3, 4, 7, 11. And notice anything cool about this sequence? Yes, there's also a pattern where basically each new number is a sum of the previous 2 numbers. So this is actually called the Lucas sequence. It also is famous in the world of mathematics, and basically any sequence like this where basically each new term is some summer project or word mapping of the previous terms. This is called a recursive sequence, so this is also a big thing in mathematics, number theory, and so on and so on. So here's a quick grab it. Be very grateful that these things die in real life. And that's the end.
Awesome, Emily, what questions do we have?
The question?
What's your favorite number?
I'll go, how about 17?
Oh, yeah, we do have a ranking question. What's your favorite number? Anybody else? More questions? I have a question. What made you choose this topic?
I thought it is interesting, but also easy enough to present in 5 minutes.
Well, everybody give a round of applause for Emily! And let's get this show on a roll! Spin the big wheel, Jeremy! This is a nice gender reversal, right? I'm hosting. He's spinning the wheel.
Somebody was
yeah, woo! Very exciting. Oh, Texas Lottery, come on down!
Texas Lottery.
Don't ask me any questions about the math, I don't understand it. After that. Alright, so we're going to talk about how a gentleman named Bernard Marinatelli used the Texas Lotto. And everything that he did was completely which is my favorite thing So, 12 years ago, someone posted on Reddit the question, why would a multi-millionaire not just purchase every winning lottery number in any given lotto game and then just win? The answer is because it would take too long to print the tickets. Essentially, it would take you more time to print them than you would have to actually get to the game. However, so Texas Lotto is a big years about usually they love doing it, but they don't want to do it legally. It's a whole big thing. But in '91, they finally agreed to set up a lottery. And they now have currently there are 8 different draw games. Those are the ones where you have to match the numbers and you scratch off tickets. There are 782 authorized lottery retailers in Texas, and that's important because if you don't get your ticket from an authorized retailer, it's not a legitimate ticket. And in 2022, Texas sold $8.3 billion worth of lottery tickets, so it's a big deal. The one that we're going to talk about is the game is called Texas Lotto, very creatively titled, where you pick 6 numbers between 1 and 54, and then the numbers are randomly selected during a drawing. The more numbers you pick that match the numbers of the draw, the higher the prize that you win. The entire jackpot is spread out amongst whoever gets the winning numbers, and the jackpot goes if nobody wins. Your chances of winning the lottery are small. Your chances of getting hit by lightning once in your lifetime are 1 in 20,000. Your chances of getting mauled by a bear in your lifetime are 1 in 2.1 million. And your chances of winning the lotto are 1 in 292,201,338. So it's just not good enough, slightly. Unless you're this guy, with his tiny version. This is a British risk management expert named Bernard Marinatelli, who went to the London Business School and was did something expensive with money, and decided he wanted to get into full-time gambling. And so he opened up a company called Colossus Bets, which is apparently huge in the gambling world. And then he was already extremely wealthy. He came from money and then made a bunch of money and came up with this idea to play the Texas Lotto and see if he could beat it with this guy, whose name I absolutely cannot pronounce, who is professionally known as the Joker. That's what the internet calls him, so that's what we're going to call him. He is from Tasmania, is apparently super secretive and doesn't like having his picture taken and tries to never be in public. But he has won hundreds of millions of dollars playing lottos all over the world using entirely legal and rules-compliant math. And he funded the Texas scheme that Marinatelli came up with. So in 2023, they purchased several dozen lottery terminals, the machines that actually print the tickets. They bought them from the Texas Lottery, and it was a completely legal purchase. Nobody in the Texas lottery was like, hey, why do you want so many of these? And then they stuck, like, set them up in these 4 random buildings in Texas, spent many days printing tickets 24 hours a day. They had, like, all 4 buildings were full of people. Sometimes their children were helping them print. Because the company that printed them, or that they bought the machines from, is an official licensed retailer, so these are legitimate lottery tickets. And they converted every possible winning number into a QR code, scanned the QR code into the ticket machine, which spit out the tickets. They were printing about 100 tickets every second. They bought 99.3% of the available combinations, which is 25,827,165 tickets. And they won $57 million. And this was entirely legal, but oh my God, did it make Texas mad. That's the winning ticket. The Attorney General of Texas called it like the biggest theft that had ever been perpetrated against the Texas people. Like, it was very dramatic. And as a result, the executive director of the Texas Lottery Commission was forced to resign. The Texas legislature changed the lottery rules so that lottery couriers, which was what helped them buy the machines, could only print a certain number of tickets per day. And they actually disbanded the Texas Lottery Commission, folded it into another regulatory agency. And my favorite part is that this year, in the 25 legislative session, the Texas legislature set the Lottery Commission's budget for the remainder of the
Sort of like
session
exploited it
at
to
$0.
print many tickets.
The small and big pizza, they're too small, but those are big.
Yeah, they'll get the dollar a number. How much did they spend on tickets? For this one? Yeah. Which still come out ahead. Have I ever bought a lottery ticket? I am a random reward kind of girl. I have bought many lottery tickets. Operate conditioning works on me. I'm a rat.
Alright, moving on to the next one here. Abraham's a cannibal! Come on down! Oh, it is Jeremy. Okay, great. He's already here!
Okay. Thank you. This is a 5-minute presentation on the mostly hypothetical story of how our 16th president also almost became a cannibal. Thanks. Our story begins in 1832. Abraham Lincoln is just about to start campaigning for the Senate in Illinois. But prior to that, or right as he did that, he decided to enlist to help with the Black Hawk War, a very short war that happened in our country. And he was only enlisted for 30 days. He never saw any combat action. He was mostly dealing with dead bodies and also scouting ahead. But the important thing is that he met this guy, James Reed, an Irish entrepreneur. He's a trained guy, and he became really good friends with Abraham Lincoln to the point where he was using a lot of legal counsel with from Lincoln to further his business deals. He became pretty rich, and yeah, that's about all for him for now. And but then Manifest Destiny happened in 1845. Also, the economic panic created some problems with some railway decisions that James Reed made, and he became not as rich and mostly broke. And so he's like, oh no, what am I going to do? I need a fresh start. So he decided, like many people at the time, to head to California. It's the place they ought to be. And so he invited, most likely, his friend Abe Lincoln to join him and said, hey, we're going to California, and you always talk about how much you want to go to California. You should come with us. And Abraham Lincoln, probably, if he was invited, said no, because his political career was taken off. He had a 2-year-old son named Robert, who was the only of his 4 kids that made it to adulthood. And he's like, you know what, I've got other things going on, so I appreciate the offer, but no thank you. So James Reed decided he was going to go anyway, so he instead found this guy. That's George Donner. He was a pioneer and a cheerful old man, and so James Reed hooked up with him and said, hey, you're going to California, I'll go with you. And so the two of them, with many other, 98 other people, headed off to California, and they thought that it would be really smart to use a new route that some guy tried to sell them on. It didn't work. They got, if you don't know what happened at the Donner Party, they got stranded in the Sierra Nevada mountains because of snowfall and because of a rash of bad decisions, and ended up eating each other to survive the winter. Allegedly, I mean. So the end of the story is the Donner Party, 8 people. James Reed somehow got out of it partly because he's kind of an asshole, and they kicked him out and said, go scout ahead. So he scouted ahead, they got stranded, and he made it to California and organized a search party. So his family all survived and, prospered and got interviewed a lot about it. And Abraham Lincoln went on to become Abraham Lincoln. But we almost had that, which, all it takes is a couple of decisions being a little bit different, and and all of this is from a book that was written in 2017 called "The Best Land Under Heaven: The Donner Party and the Manifest Destiny," wherein the author Michael Wallace talks about that there were letters and other items that mention Lincoln in James Reed's stuff that was found afterwards, and how it doesn't take a lot of reach to assume that he was invited, and he did turn them down, and had he taken them up on their offer, might have suffered the same fate as everybody else. Any questions about the Donner Party? Well, how would Abraham Lincoln's vampire fighting ability been affected by cannibalism? I probably heightened it, honestly. I would think, or started it, initiated it. What was one of the poor decisions the Donner Party made? Well, number one, there was a guy, they got about halfway there, and one of the guys, there was this random guy that was like trying to sell people on this new route through the mountains. He wanted to be famous and have it named after him. And they're like, you should go take this other route. And they're like, okay, that sounds good. And then a letter was sent from a guy who tried that route and said, oh no, this is terrible. You shouldn't do this. So he mailed letters back to that fort and said, don't tell people not to go on this route. So then they mailed letters to the Donner Party that said, don't go on that route. But they didn't get them in time. Kept on going.
All right, let's spin this beautiful wheel here. You guys can't hear this. John the Mediting! Come on down!
Lindsay said to watch out because they would split it up. So. Oh wait, this is a new one. Oh wait, this is a new one. Shit. Okay, down. All right. Welcome to the Black Heart of St. Paul, everybody. Look at that. Isn't that spectacular? Now, it's the home of First Wrestling Show on Saturday, September 13th. It takes place right over there. Doors at 3 p.m., $20 in advance. Tickets on sale now. But that's not important right now. So I want to look at a little equation. 5,280 divided by 480 equals 11. Absolutely. Or how the street numbering system in St. Paul works. Has this ever happened to you? So there I was, walking down the street, minding my own business, as is so often the case when things like this happen to me. I come upon the last house on a block, and it's 2643. 43, Minneapolis. I was angry. It's ridiculous. So I tried a different set of streets. I went on Howard Street, pardon me, on 22nd Avenue. And the last house on the block is 2224. I said, all right, I'm going to go one more block north. This is ridiculous. Here I am, looking angry. 2320? Red card! That is unhinged behavior, Minneapolis. There are 79 wasted numbers on that block. Now here I am in beautiful St. Paul. This house is for sale. It's right down the street from me. I'm not going to tell you the address because you're creepy. But it is right on the corner, the end of a block here. Here's the next street, and it is number 998. I'm happy about that. Because in St. Paul, we do things differently. There are 5,280 feet in a mile. There are 480 street numbers in a mile in St. Paul. That means there are 11 feet between street numbers. Well, what does that mean for you? I'm glad you asked. This is my house. It is 1056 Aurora Street. You stalker. These are the two houses across the street, 1055 and 1057. Now, if you measure them, they are 22 feet apart. The front doors are 22 feet apart. Now you measure the front door of my house, and it's 12 and 10. So it's, that's fine. It's an average of 11. Because in St. Paul, we're average. Thanks, guys.
Hey, your last questions, come on. Look at how many hands.
Shit, tons of questions. Hi.
He's surprised.
What would happen if your front door was basically in line with the house across the street? It would probably be some sort of portal would open to the netherworld or Columbia Heights or something. But it's average. It's on average. And of course, doors move over. My house is 140 years old, so I'm sure the door has moved over many renovations. I've never. Oh, yeah. The question was, have I ever considered blah 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 Minneapolis? No, I rarely consider Minneapolis. So
It's like 5 different.
I mean, this one is going to be the best one. All right. Anybody else? Oh. Way back. It is, well, unfortunately it does. We have, there are quite a few differences between Minneapolis. Oh, sorry. The question was, what are the chances Minneapolis actually exists? There are a few differences. One, we have something called a mayor, and it's pretty cool. So that's all I know. And the Star Tribune did a thing about Uptown, and it's wrong. I'm in the David Brower camp. All right, Lindsay, you had something to say. Oh, what about the wrestling thing I talked about? First Wrestling. Oh boy, we have a very, very cool professional wrestling promotion called First Wrestling. We do all over the Twin Cities. We were just at Bauhaus Brewing in Northeast Minneapolis. Yeah, sorry. On Sunday, but we'll be right here like right there where those people are standing. Yeah, you look out. There's gonna be somebody. There's gonna be a giant anthropomorphic frog fighting a possum that are gonna jump out of the ring. And yeah, it's very cool. It's very fun. It's very forward thinking. It's very gay. And it is yeah. So just come out. It's a lot of fun, and it puts all of the it's not Triple H going to the White House and talking to Trump about presidential physical fitness. It's different. It's better. It's for people, you know.
All right. Oh, Neurospicy! Come on down! Sherry Johnson!
Neurology.
From a previous month on Silver Screen High,
Neurology.
so you missed out on a real good one.
Neurospicy?
Dang, he was pretty thirsty. Hold on. Don't start my timer. I get it all set. Somebody tape it. Wait. Oh, that's the web thing. Where's the clicker thing? No, I got it. I got hands-free mode. Yeah, my neurospicy special interest is human behavior. So, since it's not up there, I'll just tell you I could talk to you about human behavior for a long time. And I do have free time. So I'm going to give you a sales pitch for something I think that neurospicy humans need, ADHD humans in particular. Oh, here we go. Okay. Hold on. Oh. Did I swear? Sorry. Okay. Hello, nerds. My name is Sherry Povall Johnson. I'm from St. Paul, Minnesota, and I've invented... Oh, no. Down. Oh, fuck. Passion Pass. There we go. A facilitated hobby exchange. Peer-to-peer service for adults with intense interests. Where are my other adults with intense hobbies in the house? Okay, good. We're going to talk about the challenges we face. Next, I'll introduce my comprehensive solution. Then we'll walk through what it's like to be a member with a nod to market potential for those sharks in the audience tonight. Who's ready to change your life? All right. So, listen, I've been there, folks. My closets have always been full of hibernating sewing gear, pending fiber arts projects. How do we get all this shit? For me, next came fitness and rehab accessories, because office supplies, camping gear, and my spouse was like, where do we put all this shit? Look, storage is more difficult than it sounds, because if I don't see it, I forget about it. If I don't have access, I get intimidated by setup, and if I don't protect it from my pets, bad shit happens. So I really got a wake-up call when our garage and shed started filling up with roller derby gear, bicycles, increasingly expensive hobbies, and weird hobbies.
Weird.
I mean, do we even have enough hours in a day to use all this shit?
I have weird hobbies.
So, as a person with ADHD, even if you convince me a hobby is over, how can you expect me to let go of my precious shit? So, Passion Pass solves all of that by revolutionizing the way people with intense interests get our needs met. It's a supportive community where we not only exchange hobby supplies, but also our knowledge. When it comes to cool hobbies, you've only dreamed of, here's just the hobbies in my networks. We have complicated Gundam models, vintage electronics restoration, fancy digital camera gear, gramophone discs and ephemera, perfectionist packing paraphernalia. Imagine what you could access with an even broader network. So, when you join, onboarding is a snap with our online sign-up form. You just list your hobby-related knowledge, materials, just taking up space in your heart, your mind, your garage. Then you check off the boxes, the hobbies you dream about, haven't found the time, money, or attention to engage in. And then, within hours of clicking the button, you'll be on the phone with a member of our team, or video call, with a member of our team. They will clarify your situation, coach you through our process within days. You'll connect with a global exchange of intense interest nerds, get new hobbies, arrange exits for has-been hobbies, knowing they're going to a good home. And that brings me to cost. For the low fee of $20 a month,
you'll access our fun time exchange featuring hobbies like kombucha brewing, scrapbooking, mixology. At $50 a month, our rec time exchange has cake decorating, scrapbooking, traveler's notebooking, and doing witchy shit. All right, and at $75 a month, our leisure time exchange introduces lifestyle hobbies like hobby farming, model trains, and that thing in the desert at a far lower cost than typical rental schemes. So, and for you sharks out there, market potential is high, and I'm going to show you. How much does our target market spend monthly on their hobbies? Let's see. How many of you spend over $30 a month on your intense hobbies? How about over $45 a month?
I don't know.
How many of you want to admit to spending over $60 a month on your intense hobbies? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, sharks in the house, can you imagine the potential? So, look at this as a unique solution. I came up with it after nearly overdrawing my bank account trying to get a sailboat on Craigslist, which is probably broken. The program fosters community building. It would have taught me all about boat repair by hooking me up with that person for my next hobby. Then I would attack somebody else for another sailboat who was certainly not broken and probably sexier. So, nerds, I know how many of you could use a little help letting go of your old hobbies and embracing the new. Choose Passion Pass. We'll take you from squeak to shiny squeak. And that's me. You can find me, sharks.
That's cool, yeah? Idea, biggest idea.
What questions do you have? Yes.
So, you don't keep your equipment, you trade it, yeah, kind of, you share it?
We don't have a presence yet because we don't have enough investment. The question was, it's not online. Where can I find it? Because it's my dream. It's a fever dream at this point. Chat with me. Hit me up. No, it did happen before last night, I promise. Heather. I want neurospicy people to answer the phone. Look, no, that's part of the intake process is we ask you how you like to be contacted. And that's very important, and we won't contact you more often than you say you want to be contacted unless somebody pays an upgrade fee. Yes. One more question. Yes. You just bought all the domains for this? Oh, okay. That is the nerdiest thing I've heard all night. Thank you very much. All right, we're going to take a short break here. Probably about 10 to 15 minutes, and we'll be back out here with, I think, 7 more nerdy talks. So please.
Don't trample each other trying to get first in line to the bar.
It's so important. Nerds are nerds, you know. It's a different, it's a dark world, you know. It's like underground society. That's it. It's a pausa.
It's intermittent.